Concerns about anger after a Lebanese rocket strikes a soccer field. According to reports, diplomats were rushing to stop a spike in hostilities after Israel attacked Lebanon overnight in retaliation for a missile attack that claimed the lives of at least 12 civilians in a town under Israeli control. After a rocket launch from Lebanon on Saturday killed at least 12 people in an Israeli-controlled village, the majority of whom were youngsters, Western diplomats were rushing on Sunday to stop a spike in combat along the Israel-Lebanon border, according to sources. Israel launched strikes in Lebanon early on Sunday in retaliation for the rocket. Although the first Israeli response seemed to avert a significant escalation, there remained concerns that the consequences of the rocket launch would trigger a full-scale conflict. After returning early from a trip to the United States, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was scheduled to meet with senior cabinet ministers on Sunday afternoon to discuss next moves. Netanyahu is under pressure at home to launch a more forceful response. Israel attributed the deadly rocket strike on the Druze Arab hamlet of Majd al-Shams on Saturday to Hezbollah, a Lebanese organization supported by Iran that has been bombing Israel in support of Hamas. Hezbollah has refuted any involvement. At a press conference on Sunday in Tokyo, Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken stated that there was every indication that Hezbollah was the rocket's manufacturer. According to Abdallah Abu Habib, Lebanon's foreign minister, American diplomats were trying to defuse the situation on Sunday and encouraged the Lebanese government to tell Hezbollah to exercise prudence in the event that Israel retaliated. In a phone conversation with the New York Times, Mr. Abu Habib stated, "We are trying to restrain Hezbollah today from retaliating to whatever the Israelis do next, speaking with American authorities to verify that was not possible right away." A Western official who wished to remain anonymous because to the delicate nature of the subject, said that French officers also transmitted signals between Israel and Hezbollah. Because Lebanon was once a French protectorate following World War I, France still maintains considerable influence there. According to the Israeli military, the majority of the targets of its overnight operations were areas in Lebanon that it had frequently struck in the past, primarily those near the Israeli border or those encircling the southern port of Tyre. About 60 miles north of the Israel-Lebanon border, in the Bekaa Valley, where it has been striking less often since February, it recorded one strike. The Israeli strikes, which started just after midnight and continued until daybreak, caused significant damage and some casualties, according to a report released by Lebanon's official news agency. It was unclear at first whether the victims were militants or civilians. The deadliest attack on Israeli-controlled territory since Israel and Hezbollah started exchanging missile and rocket fire in October was the rocket strike that occurred on Saturday and struck children at a soccer field. To discourage such attacks, some Israelis want Mr. Netanyahu to approve a full-scale ground invasion of southern Lebanon. Others, however, worry that Hezbollah, whose armament is thought to be more extensive and advanced than that of practically any other non-state actor in the area, would respond with considerably more destructive force if such a move were to occur. Moreover, Israeli leaders are hesitant to start a second big conflict while the conflict in Gaza is still going on. Israel's weapons stocks have decreased after 9 months of conflict with Hezbollah and Hamas, raising concerns about how fierce a battle it may wage in Lebanon.